everybody. It's Johnny Torres with a fresh new episode of Osprey Observer TV with my co-host, but the editor-in-chief still of Osprey Observer, celebrating 22 years, is Marie Gilmore. Hey, Marie.
Hi, Johnny. And we have got a great guest again today. So we have been fortunate that in our 22 years in publishing, we've connected with some amazing columnists who write columns for our newspaper. So our guest today is Debora Coty. She is actually a 2 million edition seller of Too Blessed to Be Stressed series of books. She's available in Walmarts and Cracker Barrels, and you'll see her in retail stores all over. And she is a professional author. And we're fortunate enough that she actually writes a column for us every month in the Christian Voice, which we've now, of course, absorbed into the Osprey Observer. So those columns will be appearing in the editions of the Osprey Observer and online. But Debbie Coty is an author. She's a wonderful community member. She's a mentor for other authors and does a feature column for us every month. Welcome, Debbie.
Thank you so much. Do you know this is my 20th year writing for the Christian Voice?
No kidding. Well, happy anniversary to you as well.
Congratulations.
And tell
I
us
started in 2004.
And tell us about the column you write for us, and then tell us a little bit about your author background.
Well, I write Grace Notes, which is a kind of a slice of life Christian column, like an Irma Bombeck kind of thing. I try to keep it light and humorous, and it's mostly for living in the trenches, for people trying to live their faith out loud. And I touch on all kinds of topics, lots of different things. I started writing right about the time I started writing for Christian Voice. It was just only 2002 that I started writing newspaper and magazine articles. And then I got connected to the Christian Voice, and I've been doing it ever since. I just love it. I've written 42, I think, books now, most of them in the Too Blessed to Be Stressed series. There's another couple of series otherwise that aren't in that series, and I'm working on a new devotional right now that will be not in the series.
I wanted to see if Johnny had a question.
Oh, sorry. Well, let me go ahead and I'll edit this out.
Okay, thank you.
So over these 22 years or 20 plus years, really, that you've been writing about faith, how are you seeing it evolve? I mean, we're hearing all kinds of statistics about, people coming and going with their faith. And where have you seen the biggest changes?
Well, I guess like everyone else around the pandemic years, the 20 to 22, I saw a lot of people struggling, including myself. People who weren't necessarily having a crisis of faith, but were having a lot of shakes, a lot of questions, and some of their foundations that they have totally believed in were a little bit shaken, a lot of questions. And I think now I see a lot of people coming back stronger than before. And I feel that's the same way for myself. I like to think that anyway. I think, the Lord's been so good, even through the years of loss. And I think we all endured losses there of one kind or another. And I believe that he uses that if we can keep our perspective on him and not the problems. I think he uses that to make us stronger. And I've witnessed that around me this year and last year for sure.
Well, and I'm of the belief that God never puts you in front of anything that you can't overcome. And then, like you said, I believe that it's by design, that it's to make us stronger and tougher for other challenges ahead.
Yes, I would have to go along with that. Oh, I have to tell you a funny story real quick. May I?
Yes, please.
This has to do with my column, with my Grace Notes column. I didn't know how to fit it in, so I'm just going to throw it out there, but it was really funny. It's been a few years now, but I was finished tennis. I'm a tennis player. I had just come off the tennis court, and I stopped by a fast food restaurant to get a milkshake, and the line was wrapped around the building, so I went inside. And I was standing in line behind a man, and in his hand, he had the Christian Voice opened, And he was on my column's page. I don't know that he was reading my column, but he was on the page and there was my picture right there. And I looked over his shoulder and I was like, ooh, and I finally tapped him on the shoulder and said, I just wanted to tell you that's me. That's me. And I pointed to the picture and there I was, with my hair coiffed and my makeup on and, my headshot, my professional headshot. And he looked at that and he looked at me standing there with my sweaty hair plastered down to my face and no makeup and yuck, I smelled like Pigpen and Charlie Brown. And he looked at me and he looked at the picture and he looked back at me and he said, nah.
Oh,
Oh.
but really, it's me. It is. Oh my goodness. That's
I never
awesome.
did that again. I never admitted that was me.
That was you
else.
when you're in your tennis gear. That's right. That's right. Oh my goodness. And that is such a great story. And I also know in our community, you are strong in authors groups. You do public speaking a lot. So tell us about that aspect of your being an author.
Well, that was not something I signed up for. I'm a kind of a people don't believe me when I say I'm shy because my persona is not as such, but I've always been very shy. And I thought I would be sitting in my little writing cave by myself. That's what I signed up for. And then the very first book that I wrote that came out in 2007, I guess, that I was told with no uncertain terms that you will go out and beat the pavement and speak and you will be visible or we will not even consider publishing your manuscript. So I said, whoa, dog. So I started, putting out feelers and trying to build my platform as a speaker as well. But I have a lot of stage fright. So I call it the Moses mantra. I keep telling the Lord, you got the wrong person for this job. We need Aaron, not me. But so far, I've managed to hang in there. Since COVID, I haven't had as many per year, but for a while there, I was having 12 to 14 speaking engagements a year and traveling all over and trying to write books at the same time. And it was really hectic and crazy. Now I'm down to maybe 2 or 3 a year, it works well. I like that. That's fine. But yeah, that's really not my thing. I do love helping other aspiring writers become writers and to learn how writing world works. And I've become a certified coach and I've really enjoyed that. I've helped quite a few clients now achieve their goals. And I just love that. That's one of the best parts of it for me is and I've even gotten into playwriting, which I never did before, but one of my clients was a playwright off Broadway and she wanted me to help her, beat out some problems that she was having. And I said, I don't know anything about playwriting, but now I do. And so she's educated me and I'm enjoying new things I never knew before. So it's great.
So we might see the Too Blessed to Be Stressed on stage.
I doubt that.
Well, excellent. And what is next for you in the author world and the speaking world? What's coming up this year in 2024 for you?
I've been working on a new devotional. It's a 365-day, which ironically, the last one I wrote about 7 years ago, I vowed never to do that again. It is so hard. 365 different topics, 365 different Bible verses to go with those topics, and 365 different prayers to tie them all together. And it's just too much. It was just, I said, I'll never do this again, never. And I'm doing it again.
Okay, 7 years. You kind of let a little time go by. You recover.
Yes.
You recover.
It's like having a baby. You forget. You'd never do it again if you remembered. But so I'm doing it again, and that's been exciting. I had a publisher contact me, which is kind of backwards. That's not usually the way it works. So that kind of prompted me to pray and say, Lord, do you really, really want me to do this again? Just stick hot needles in my eyes. And he said, yeah, we're going to do this again. So I'm about on 250 out of 365. So we're getting there.
You're over the hump. Yes.
Wow.
It generally takes about 3 to 6 months to write just a regular nonfiction, chapter book. It takes 9 to 12 months to write a 365-day devotional. And that's not
Okay.
even counting the editing then that goes on after. So, woo! I have to spit out 5 a day in order
Oh,
to make
okay.
my deadline.
Oh my God.
Wow.
5 a day. Yeah.
So
I mean,
you're
if you
hard
just
at
think
work.
about that.
Yes. You are hard at work.
So whatever you say is going to end up in a devotional, by the way.
That's right. New content, new fuel. Awesome. Well, thank you for what you do. Debbie, thank you for the Too Blessed to Be Stressed series. Congratulations on all of your success.
Thank you.
And over 40 books published. That's an amazing, amazing success story from
Amazing.
our community. So keep writing for us. Thank you for being a columnist for us and for being a partner with the Osprey Observer and sharing your knowledge with our community. Let people know how they can get a hold of you or perhaps even find you and buy your books.
Great. I'm on all the social media. My website is deboracoty.com, spelled Debora. There is no H, and Coty with a T. Wild Build has the D. And I have on there pages for my clients to check in if they want to see what's going on with my coaching, writing coaching. And I also have all my books listed there and different descriptions about them and where they're available.
Well, wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Deborah. We appreciate you and the knowledge and the stories you bring to us, and we'll stay in touch.
Thank you so much, Marie. Nice to meet you, Johnny.
Same here. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.